For more on all this, crowd favorite, senior political analyst Brit Hume. It's so good to have you here. Let's listen to a couple of the candidates on what they've said about the border while they've been campaigning.
We will go back to Title 42, but most importantly, we will stop catch and release, and we will start catch and deport.
On day one, we will declare the border to be a national emergency. We will marshal all available resources, including the U.S. military, to stop the invasion cold.
We cannot have an insecure, wide open, and unsafe border. If you don't control your back door, it's not your house.
What do you think about this as an issue going into tomorrow night's debate, Britt?
Well, I think it's a big issue, especially among Republicans who are obviously dissatisfied with what they see as the non-enforcement of our immigration laws on this border. And the thing I think about it as a political issue is, for this group of candidates gathered here tomorrow night, it's a little hard to distinguish yourself from the others. Everybody is for tough enforcement of the border. Now, you know, Ron DeSantis is out talking about shooting illegal immigrants on sight, shooting them to death. That might stand out a little bit, but by and large, they're all in the same place on it. And I'm not sure how you mark yourself as different from the rest of the field.
It'd be interesting on that issue. A lot of issues too. We talked about Ukraine last hour, but we'll see what differences they have. You've been in Wisconsin for several days now. We just want to show our viewers it's a battleground, right? Here's Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump in 2006. Look how close this is. You got almost 3 million votes cast, and you have 20,000 that separate Trump from Hillary Clinton. Remember, she didn't go to Wisconsin. He won the state in its 10 electoral votes. And then we found in 2020, I mean, this is razor tight yet again. Joe Biden, by less than a point, picked up the win by about 23,000 votes over Donald Trump. All right, so this is a battleground now, a lot like we used to talk about Florida and Ohio. Ronna McDaniel was talking about that last hour here as well. Watch.
It's a purple state. Look, they have a Democrat governor, a Democrat senator, a Republican senator. We had key ticket splitting in 2022 in the midterms here. I think the Midwest, you cannot win the White House electorally without a state in the Midwest, and Wisconsin is going to be a pivotal state to winning back the White House for Republicans.
So, Britt, you're going to be there this summer, next summer, too, when the convention goes to Milwaukee. What are you hearing from people there?
Well, this is the ultimate, I think, now the definition of a swing state. I mean, there are a lot of other states that could qualify for that, but Wisconsin, having gone, you know, red in 16 and then blue in 2020, narrow margins and so on, is a perfect example of what you're talking about when you're talking about a swing state. And the campaigning here will be heavy. Hillary Clinton, as you noted, paid a real price for not coming here in 2016. One wonders, by the way, whether Donald Trump will pay a price for not coming here for this debate. It's possible.
So I was just going to ask you about the fact that he won't be there, and then you'll have 8 candidates on the stage. In your experience, Britt, can a candidate at this point, let's say nobody's really been paying as much attention as we have been up until tomorrow night, is tomorrow night a chance for them to make a first impression?
It is, but in a field of 8, it's tough to do. You know, we were just talking about immigration. That's an issue where they all basically have similar positions. Hard to stand out. This might be a good moment for Vivek Ramaswamy because he's the flashiest talker I've seen in either party for some time. I guess he'd get some competition for that honor from Pete Buttigieg, who's a pretty fancy talker. But Ramaswamy is something. And then we got, of course, this latest video of him, you know, bare-chested, hitting these monstrous topspin forehands while playing tennis. I guess it's his team that put that out. But I mean, I thought that's fascinating. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. A lot of politicians, as they're playing sports, don't want people to see them because they think it looks like they're slacking off. But he was pounding that ball.
Yeah, RFK Jr. liked it.
On a clay court, too.
Yeah, you got guys doing push-ups.
Right.
Exactly.
Britt, I'm going to show you 2 things here. First, Chris Sununu, a New Hampshire governor, Republican, not running, talked about it this way.
You got to explain where you are with your policy, where you are with your background, but you got to go beyond that, right? It's not just issue and policy based, and it's not just in attack mode either. They got to show that charm, that charisma, that likability. Likability is so important in a race like this.
Chris Christie's saying he's the only one who's got the experience at the national level to have these debates. You really don't know how it's going to go once you step into the ring. But on the issues, just one last point on this, Brit. Right now, the economy ranks 38% clear and away the #1 priority among voters as we stand right now, third week of August. How do you reflect on that and what the governor just said there a moment ago?
Well, I think he's right about that. The economy is almost always the major issue, particularly in the general election. And that's an issue that if you look at how resistant people have been to the Biden message on the economy, you can see that it's likely to endure as an issue that will favor the Republicans into the fall. It's possible, I suppose, Bill, that somebody can get on that debate stage and outline an economic plan to deal with inflation and keep growth going and all that will be so spectacular and so dazzling that everybody will say, wow. But I can't imagine what that would be. So once again, that's an issue where you want to have a strong position, but I think nearly everybody on the Republican side will have a strong position on that issue: lower taxes, lighter regulation, and all the things we associate with Republicans.
Well, save a Diet Coke for me there. We're going to be there this afternoon, and we can't wait to see you, Brit.
Yeah, look forward to seeing you. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you, Brit.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. Thank you. I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.